You're in one of the most important phases of your life, the in-between, which is the life you thought you knew and the life you're growing to meet tomorrow. This is one of the most exciting times because in this period, this is where you get a complete reset where anything is possible. It may feel daunting at first, but with a single flip of perception, the fear of the unknown becomes excitement for what's to come. I'm Justin Trinity, and welcome to Midnight Sanctuary, a home created for who we are and who we're becoming. This isn't a love letter to your pain. This is an invitation to your power. Now, let's continue. Nothing has been hitting the same, has it? The conversations feel dull. The binge watching Netflix has become white noise at this point. And the career path that once lit you up has lost its spark. Your friend groups may not be reflective of the person you are wanting to be or the people you want to be surrounded by. And every day has been sort of blending into one another, and it's been eerily reminiscent of The Truman Show. What once has made you feel safe has now become a cage, a perceived limitation. And at times, it's difficult to see if there's actually any way out. You may feel more alone in the company of others than you do in your own solitude. But these feelings of indifference or isolation aren't indicative of there being something wrong with you. On the contrary, it means you're being transformed. It means you're being called to evolve into a version of yourself who dares to think differently, who dares to dream differently, who dares to feel more depth for life and what it has to offer. A version of yourself where faith begins to lead you with a clearer voice than ever before. And with that all being said, it's important to keep this in mind. Your life isn't falling apart, it's falling together. This chapter of your life that seemingly makes no sense is exactly what's awakening your senses. Sometimes we need the contrast of loss or the contrast of feeling lost in order to finally be pointed in a direction of what's truly meant for us. Because at one point, every tree was a seed that never knew what the sky looked like. All it knew was darkness, but it had an innate calling to grow. It needed to explore what was on the other side of the only version of itself it knew. And maybe that's you right now. You don't know who's coming with you, but that's not your responsibility. It's your job to make sure you embody the version of what it looks like for you to be magnetic, your own specific iteration of magnetism that's separate from any and everyone else, including the people you look up to. From this moment on, it'll be very clear who's meant to be with you. They'll either be magnetized or repelled. There's no more room for ambiguity, confusion, or, do they like me? Do they not like me? We don't have time for that anymore, because if it's not coming from a space of clarity, then it's a distraction. It's a complete waste of time, and you don't have to sit there in confusion and wonder, does this person like me? Are they meant to be in my life? Are they coming with me? You just go. The people who are meant to come with you, they'll come with you naturally. They'll see you doing all these things, reading the books, changing your life, eating better, whatever you feel called to, they will see that, and then they'll either ask questions or they'll just begin stepping things up themselves. So from this point on, keep things simple, keep them as clear as possible, because this phase of your life is already as disorienting as it is. Through my own experiences of going through the same phase, I can easily sit here and tell you that I've wasted plenty of time just sitting there wondering if people were truly meant to be there. And what I've found throughout my life has always been, every time I've elevated, I've met the right people at the right time who naturally magnetized to who I am. There was absolutely no confusion. It was just, oh, you're a cool person, I enjoy who you are, and I would like it if you came with me on this journey of life. And we learn from each other and share things with one another. It has always felt very fulfilling, very gratifying, and also very peaceful to not have any confusion around the people who are spending time with me or reaching out to me. So what is the season of life asking of you? Maybe it's your season of learning, maybe it's your season of rest, or maybe it's your season where everything shifts through your conscious actions. Only you can know the answers to that, but you have to take the time to sit and explore them on your own. So ask yourself, what feels right for me in this moment? What excites me? What version of myself bridges who I was and who I'm becoming? What does their lifestyle look like? How can I recreate that lifestyle with the resources I have today? What skills are bringing me closer to my vision? And lastly, what limiting beliefs are repressing my ability to implement the changes I want to make today? Just to name a few. And it's okay not to have all the answers in this very moment, because what I've learned is that the moment you decide to walk into the unknown, the answers meet you halfway, step by step, epiphany after epiphany, and decision after decision. Even the visions and ideas I had prior began to evolve as well. And I've learned that the desire to become more doesn't equate to a rejection of the version of myself I am today. While this all can be a very grueling and intimidating process, to say the least, it can also be a very beautiful one to where you won't regret the moment you finally step forward and choose the life you've been envisioning. Because even at some points for me, I realized that I would rather fail in the life that I chose than to succeed in a life that I didn't even want to begin with. And it's important to realize we're always in a state of becoming. So just like a financial investment you might make, every choice and action you decide to take on compounds over time. This all takes time. So remember to breathe, relax, and to strap in, because you are in for the long haul. We want longevity. We don't want to burn out. We don't want to rush our way to success. We want to have a foundation that is stable and strong enough to carry the version of ourselves we are envisioning. If we have a shaky foundation where we're creating a life that we desire but we're not completely able to hold within the frame of who we are today, then it just all crumbles. That's when you have self-sabotaging behaviors. That's when you have nervous breakdowns, or you begin to sort of question your capabilities of the life that you're leading, because in a way it's not truly authentic to the identity you're embodying at that point in time. So you have to make sure you sit there and carve out this path step by step as you hold space for it. Even if it becomes scary or intimidating, just hold the space for those feelings without creating some kind of narrative around what it actually means. They can just be energy, they can be an emotion. It doesn't have to have this narrative behind it of, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'm an imposter doing this. You can actually step into the reality that you want and fully believe that this is who you are. But just be aware of the narratives you are creating as you are making these changes, because the version you are today isn't the version you're going to be tomorrow. The way that you see the world today isn't the way you're going to see the world tomorrow. That is a shift that takes time. There's programmings and ideas in your mind that are running. There's thought loops that are running that take time to purge out. So be patient. Don't overwhelm yourself with everything that has to happen. Just do it step by step. Maybe you want to make a change to your diet one day. Maybe you want to make a change with your financial situation by keeping track of your spending, or seeing where you are having expenses that aren't actually adding value to your life. But all in all, the point is, sit here in the present as much as possible. Breathe, relax, because we need you healthy, we need you stable, we need you not crashing out. We just need you in this for the long run. And even this space, this channel is built for the long run for people who want to be mindful and to create a life of stability and of peace, and from their own creation and vision of success, something separate and sovereign from any and everyone around them. That is something that you can build on your own, and obviously, in connection to me too, but you just have to take your time with it. And the more you actively step into it while allowing yourself to feel all the nervousness or all the fears and all these other things, the more you will naturally take on the identity of that version of yourself that you see down the line. So please always remember, your life isn't falling apart, it's falling together. Okay? Always keep that in mind. It's not falling apart, it's falling together. Thank you for spending time with me. Share this with someone who may need to hear it. And as always, welcome home.